What's going on, sports fans? Don't mind the baby pictures behind me. I'm in a different set, only for a couple days though. Today we got to talk about the new patch notes that came out about EA Sports College Football 25, specifically the Road to Glory news, because I wanted to share my thoughts on what's been going on in Road to Glory. I finally started one last night where I'm the 5th string corner on USF, and let me tell you, we're terrible, I'm getting beaten coverage, and it's a lot of fun. But there's a lot of critiques I have that I've been seeing online, but I had to go and get in the game before I decided that I could share this video. Now to start off, as you can see, the patch notes here, they basically mean absolutely nothing. If I can get to my little cursor over here and show you what fixes they made, this is literally it. This is the only thing that they fixed from Road to Glory, and I think this was as of yesterday or 2 days ago. It's really not a lot. Yeah, I think they fixed this Monday. It really doesn't do anything for the game. It just fixes some of the rare issues that we saw in the game so far, which I hadn't seen any of these because I just started last night. Now I had to come back to Facecam because that's all that we know from EA Sports about what happened in Road to Glory, but a lot of people are still upset, like, hey, there's all these issues that we have that are like ruining our experience on Road to Glory, and this is like one of our highly touted modes, so can we like get on it, EA? And so I have 5 issues, and then I have 5 solutions as well to what needs to be fixed in this game mode, as well as 1 extra one. So to start out, reps. One thing I noticed while playing last night, and yes, I did choose the absolute lowest tier that you could be. It was a 60 overall quarter. I don't expect a lot of playing time, but a lot of people out there are saying, yo, I'm 2 years into a Kennesaw State Road to Glory, and I'm getting no playing time. And I get it, I'm not supposed to be getting a lot of playing time, but I've seen the field twice. Now, luckily for me, unfortunately for them, somebody got hurt as a corner on USF, and so I actually got to play a good amount. I've played like 160 snaps, which is a lot more than I thought. But progressing has been tough. Like, I'm barely able to get skill points, and I'm on week 7 or 8 already because I'm barely getting any play time. Now, that is the fun of it, I guess, to kind of go through the experience of being a low tier person. And I don't know, it's a thing with the elite players as well, where if you get in the game less because of wear and tear, I'm not sure if that's how it is as well, but for me specifically, I noticed I have not been in the game as much as I thought I would be, and even then, I've still been in more than a lot of other people have been able to. So my fix for this, they basically need to just do some tuning where, hey, if a game is a blowout, like if we're up 38-0 or down 38-0, the subs are going to be in the game. So like me, my 5th string corner should be getting in the game to at least get out there. Now I get it, if you're in a bunch of close games, which I have not been, like I've been losing games 52-0 to UAB. Like I should be getting some playing time in that game, not 0 seconds and 0 minutes of the game. Now another thing, which is actually something that they have already kind of tried to fix, is the in-game commentary kind of not being up to par. And this is something that I mentioned a couple days back with Kirk and Chris being like, hey, we kind of didn't like the way it sounded. We sound kind of bland. We want to redo this. So Chris Fowler came out and said, I want to re-record some things to bring more life to the game. And I love that. I'm not sure if Kirk said anything. And if they could do that, that's great, because someone had pointed out that there's not enough record-breaking commentary. If I'm going to run for 300 yards in a game and break a record, there ain't nothing for it, and that needs to be fixed because we want to break records in Road to Glory, and when people don't recognize that, it's like, that's not cool. So again, the fix for this, I don't know if they have already not used enough of the commentary that they recorded, but just more lively commentary, especially with record breaking and even like championships, because I saw someone say that when they won the national championship, I don't remember who it was, it might have been Kirk or Chris, but whoever it was, one of the two had said, man, they're going to be looking forward to next week or something for the losing team, like just get on to next week. Like, dude, the season's over, this is the national championship. But that's not their fault, it's the way that the game was programmed. I still think the commentary itself is fine. When I put on these headphones and I get into the atmosphere, it's actually really cool, and I recommend that for anyone. Now, another thing which I thought I noticed yesterday was that there is a league history. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, so I can't attest to this. This is kind of the extra one if you want to go check it, but I'm fairly certain that there is no league history in Road to Glory, which kind of sucks like Madden, because you can go through and see all the past champions. You can even do that in 2K. Why can't we see in this year where you can see who won the championship in every single year? Now, this does seem like something easy to add. It's just all the way on the right side. It's a whole tab of its own where you could just say, hey, this is the league history, where you go through each past Heisman winner, each past national championship winner, and maybe even conference winners or something like that. It's simple to do. It's a bunch of stats, which I can do myself. I know if they did a revamp to the game, they would have been able to do this. Now, another thing is that there's no trophy room. There's no way to see all the trophies you win. If you win a Heisman and the Maxwell Award and the Butkus Award, and then you win the conference championship and then you win the national championship, there's no way to see all those awards in one. You just kind of have to figure out if you have them or not. And even if you go through like Dynasty and NCAA 14, you can play different dynasties that all go to one trophy room, which I don't think that's even in this game, which would be something that they should add. It's again just something extra that they have to add. This isn't like a bad like glitch with the game that they have to go through and fix. It's just not in the game, which is something that people are like, why don't we have this? Like the game is great in this sense where we have better gameplay, better AI, better this, but then like this sense where it's like, where's the trophy room, where's the this, where's the that, why is that on the game? Now, another thing which I think is mostly an offensive issue, because I'm a quarterback and I just kind of call the play. I guess this could be annoying for a quarterback, but the play calling has been pretty absurd, where they'll call a screen on 3rd and 18 or something like that when you're down by 10 in a game and you need to come back. And then if you hit more plays, it'll just be 3 of the exact same play. And I think that's hilarious because the coach is like, nah, you are running this screen pass no matter what I say. No, obviously this is something that needs to be fixed because the situational awareness of your coach or the AI has not been on par, where it's been like, hey, we're in our own 3-yard line, we're down by 7, and you call a run play. Just things like that need to be tuned and fixed a little bit better, just the AI mechanics itself. Now, last but not least, I am blowing through these, which is okay because I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter, so subscribe for that. Is that there's no story in the game. Like, you know, at least Madden tried with long shot, which I thought it was terrible anyway. But the thing is, this was supposed to rival 2K's My Career, and there's literally no story. Everything just happens on your phone, and it's like, hey, do you want to study this week? Yes. It's basically a button simulator where you click this button, and then that way's that. It's an RPG, and I saw that Nick Wright, the guy, the First Things First host, his wife watched him play and was like, oh, so this is basically a RPG game. He's like, no, that's stupid. And she's like, well, when do you actually play the game? He's like, you don't play the game. I'm trying to recruit this kid for Syracuse and whatnot. But yeah, pretty much it's an RPG game. You click a button and stuff happens. Like, there's not a lot of story elements or quick time events or anything, which I know that is a little bit above what EA is trying to do here. But still, I mean, a little bit of story would have been nice because there's literally no path that you're taking. There's no like feel of being an underdog or no feel of being a star. Nothing has like impacted me yet, and I'm 7 games in. It just feels like the lack of story kind of makes Road to Glory a little bit boring. And I know they're touting that the game's supposed to have great replayability, but I'm just not seeing it right now. I mean, obviously you can play all the positions. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great because the game is out. And I do want to stress again, we have a college football game for the first time in 11 years. I'm going to enjoy it. You should enjoy it. But it's okay that we have these issues with the game that EA is going to try to go out and fix, because it's like, hey, we're spending good money on this game that we've been waiting for forever. And that's awesome. That's a real game and that it's out and we can play it. But it could be a lot better. Like if we, random guy on podcast, can just say, yo, here are 6 big issues that could fix this game mode a lot, then what are we doing to work on it, you know? So I'm not trying to be a hater. I do think that the game itself is like 8 out of 10. I love playing it. I mean, online I felt a little slow, but when I start Dynasty here in a couple days, I can't wait. Stay tuned for that. I already announced in a video a couple days ago who I'm going with, so if you want to see that, check that out. But with that being said, that's going to be it for all. Make sure y'all have a great day, and peace. So that's going to be it for this video. I went through 5 or 6 things that need to be addressed in Road to Glory. They came out with a patch note that just didn't really do the job, and I wanted to come out here and say, hey, these are the things that EA needs to fix. Now, with that being said, make sure you do check out the video I just released on what team I'm going to be starting with in Dynasty. So be on the lookout for a stream where you can make my Dynasty harder on me. But if you want to see that video, you can check it out. I'll leave it right here for when we're done. But with that being said, y'all have a great day, and peace.